What's up, Internet? I'm Kim Johnson, and this is the 7:34 from WCCO. We know most of you are on your way to work or about to head out the door. Let's get you started with today's weather. And it's not necessarily ideal for a commute. It is rainy/snow mix out there right now. That's going to be the case this morning. Then the winds really do pick up around noon. 32 for the high today at 3 p.m. 32 at 3 p.m. And at 6 p.m. it's going to be about 28 degrees, but look, we're going to see that sunshine. That'll be nice. Now let's talk about this. Frozen fans, it's time for the next one. Frozen 2 opens tonight at several Twin Cities theaters, and some of them already have sold out shows. The story picks up where the first one left off with Princess Anna, Queen Elsa, and of course Olaf. Disney has already earned about $8 billion at the box office this year, so we want to know, what is your favorite Disney movie? Do you like the classics like Beauty and the Beast or The Lion King, or do you prefer the newer Frozen films like Frozen? I'll tell you this, is that my favorite is Pocahontas. I still listen to the soundtrack too. Well, what do you think? Those watching on Facebook, leave a comment here. We'll read through a few in a moment. 2 more officials will be on Capitol Hill today to testify in the impeachment inquiry into President Donald Trump. It follows some of the most explosive testimony to date.
Everyone was in the loop. Was there a quid pro quo? The answer is yes.
Ambassador to the European Union Gordon Sondland told Congress there was a quid pro quo in U.S. policy towards Ukraine and that everyone knew it. But Sondland said the president never told him directly that military aid was conditioned on investigating the Bidens. President Trump claimed victory. Today, we'll hear from embassy staffer David Holmes, who overheard a phone call between Sondland and the president, along with former White House Russia advisor Fiona Hill. The hearings begin at 8 a.m. this morning. 10 presidential hopefuls took on President Trump and each other at the 5th Democratic presidential debate in Atlanta. The candidates debated impeachment, climate change, and health care. And Minnesota Senator Amy Klobuchar said women candidates are treated differently than men in the presidential race.
I think you've got to win, and I am the one, Mr. Vice President, that has been able to win every red and purple congressional district as the lead on a ticket every time. I govern both with my head and my heart, and if you think a woman can't beat Donald Trump, Nancy Pelosi does it every single day.
Hard to believe, but the first in the nation Iowa caucuses are just 2.5 months away. The next Democratic debate is scheduled for December 19th in Los Angeles. A fight between a student and staff member at a Twin Cities high school is going viral. Plymouth police were called to investigate what started this fight at Armstrong High School yesterday afternoon. The video shows one person on the ground being punched with other students standing nearby. The school is not releasing any information about the student or staff member. A letter to parents said it will follow district policies following the investigation. 2 Gopher athletes from the past and present are teaming up to beat cancer. Our Christian Cordero met up with Justin Grunwald and football's Casey O'Brien. Justin is a runner and a U of M alum who lost his wife Gabrielle to cancer earlier this year, while Casey has beat cancer 4 times. Justin is now leading Brave Life Gabe, a nonprofit that started while his wife Gabe was still fighting a rare cancer. They have raised $1.5 million for rare cancer research. Now Justin and Casey are teaming up. Brave Like Gabe will match up to $100,000 in donations over the next 9 days from Badger and Gopher fans alike, giving it all to cancer research the weekend of the rivalry on November 30th.
We're hoping to unite Wisconsin and Minnesota for something bigger than football. We obviously want the Gophers to crush the Badgers, but when you can make it bigger than sport, I think it's such an important thing.
The biggest thing that I want to do is to be able to give back to the hospital that has taken care of me and to be able to give back to kids who are in my shoes.
This is the first major announcement of this fundraiser, and it's already brought in $10,000. You can see more of Christian's story on WCCO.com. You may have heard of radio stations giving away cash or concert tickets, but what about a baby? One radio DJ in Cape Coral, Florida, has made it his mission to help couples struggling with infertility. Jason Big Mama Jones started the Win a Baby contest, where couples get a chance to win a free round of in vitro fertilization. Krista and Anthony Rivera were the first winners of the contest, and they just welcomed their son Garrett. They turned to in vitro after Anthony was diagnosed with testicular cancer twice. Thankfully, he's now in remission and will be 2 years cancer-free in January.
It's nice to know that there's a beautiful support group out there, and they helped us get through it, and that's how we put one foot in front of the other.
I always say I come in every morning to make miracles happen and make dreams come true. And that's what I feel like I did with this one.
Jones started the contest after he and his wife went through their own struggles with infertility. The radio station plans to continue this contest. This year's Win a Baby contest winners are undergoing IVF right now and hope to start their family soon. Mandy Moore is hitting the road. The actress and singer announced her first North American tour in more than a decade. She'll be in Minneapolis April 19th for a Sunday night show at the State Theater. Moore recently released 2 singles from her upcoming album, which drops next year. Our Frozen 2 theme continues. Last night on The Late Late Show, James Corden gathered the cast for another edition of Crosswalk the musical.
Let it go.
Kristen Bell was also a guest on Corden's show. She said it was strange seeing the cast dressed like their characters, since that never happens. Bell also said that she didn't actually think the traffic was real in these segments, but yes, they are in a real crosswalk, and we promise James did not get run over by that car. That brings us back to today's talker. What is your favorite Disney movie? Let's bring in WCCO's digital guy, Cole, with what people are saying. Cole, what are people saying about?
Yeah, we have Anne saying, I want to see the new movie Frozen. We have Becca saying, good morning. I have to say I love the classics, but the new stuff is good too. I love Lady and the Tramp, Toy Story, The Little Mermaid, anything I can sing along with. Then we have Katie saying Cinderella, Lion King, Mona, and Frozen. And also Maria saying Lady and the Tramp and Sleeping Beauty.
Wow, that is a good mix. There's definitely not a shortage to choose from, huh? Disney's put out so many good ones. All right, well, thank you for your comments. That's it for now. This is a 7:34 from WCCO, and most of the Twin Cities are on the go. So why not make us your place for mobile news?